Newsfirst is constantly monitoring progress on the introduction of the audit bill and will continue to present investigative reports to the people on this very important legislation. Meanwhile, the allegation that land for the proposed tyre factory in Horana has been provided at the extremely low amount of 100 rupees an acre continued to court controversy today. And civil society organizations highlight that individuals who were involved in corrupt deals with the former government are also dealing with the incumbent government.
No,
it was not done knowingly. I'm aware of all these discussions that were held. We only found out in the morning and were considering whether or not to attend. When I went there and looked, I saw that the plaque had been made and that the area was decorated with notices welcoming the Prime Minister. The final decision was based on the fact that on the one hand, when all of this has been done, it would not be good for the Prime Minister not to attend. In truth, it is the ministers that are responsible for this. On the other hand, no one can be given this land at 100 rupees an acre. There was a time when land was given at such prices, before I was appointed as the Minister of Lands. I drafted a national policy for this. This national policy outlines all the procedures to be followed by the government when giving a land. One point is that the land cannot be sold outright. It also mentions how to decide the lease period. It mentions the valuation of the land. Before I was appointed to that position, the government had granted land for 100 rupees an acre. A perch had been given for 45 cents. This was because there was a section in the Land Act which said that the minister could decide the valuation and the area of the land to be given. I removed this. I removed it and said it would be purchased at market price and it would be given at market price. In spite of the minister's views, the Sunday Times reported that when lands are released by the Board of Investments for a 50-year lease, the valuation is $40,000 or about 6 million rupees per acre. However, claiming that Minister Rajit Senaratne's statement was false, the Minister of Development Strategies and International Trade Malik Samaravikrama issued a statement pointing out that the Prime Minister had been informed beforehand on the investor for the Horana tyre factory.
The investor for this tyre factory, Nandana Lokuvithana, dealt closely with Mahinda Rajapaksa during the Mahinda Rajapaksa era. He has been accused of being the person that invested money for the Rajapaksa machine and the Rajapaksa family. This is the Nandana Lokuvithana who is investing in this tyre factory. He has been given immense benefits for this investment. He is receiving land at 100 rupees an acre. Minister Rajit Senaratne has clearly stated this and noted that it is akin to giving the land away for free. Not only that, he says the Prime Minister only found out who the investor is at the last moment. The next day, we saw Minister Malik Samaravikrama issuing a statement against what Rajit Senaratne said and refuting his statement. Malik Samaravikrama said the Prime Minister was aware of who the investor was and indicated that he would act to protect the investor. At the end, Malik Samaravikrama makes an astounding statement that no matter what political connections this investor had in the past, what is most important to us at present is the investment he is making and the money that will come into the country. In simple terms, what Malik Samaravikrama is saying is that if any rogue who stole during the time of the Rajapaksa family is investing money under this government, that money will be laundered. That is what has been made evident to us through Malik Samaravikrama's statement.
On one hand, Minister Rajit Senaratne is speaking out strongly against this project as an MP representing the Kalutara district. The Minister in charge of implementation, Malik Samaravikrama, has issued a written statement that Minister Rajit Senaratne had given a completely wrong interpretation. He also states that the BOI will be questioned on why a higher amount was charged from the investor than the valuation provided by the government valuer. This is all lies. When the Prime Minister opens his mouth about debt, he lies. I can say this with responsibility. Given that the UNP sold land at 2 or 3 rupees an acre in the past, it is not a big deal for them to sell land at 100 rupees an acre. Remember, there are no vegetarian demons. Demons eat meat, but the people of our country thought there is such a thing as vegetarian demons. This is what happened. Before the 8th of January, we pointed out that this would happen if Ranil comes in and if governance is entrusted to the Vikramasinghes. We cannot place any hope on things done by the UNP. You cannot expect good governance from the UNP.
UNP වෙන දේවල් අපිට බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්න බෑ. වෛශ්‍යාවන්ගෙන් ප්‍රතිවෘත්තව බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්න බෑ. UNP යහපාලනේ බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්න බෑ.
News First made inquiries from the chairman of the BOI, attorney at law Pulja Surya, regarding the allegation that land had been leased at 100 rupees an acre for the proposed tyre factory in Horana. He noted that while the foundation stone was laid at the auspicious time that was given, a final decision has not been made as yet regarding the proposed tyre factory. Jayasuriya said that given the continuous allegations being raised by the media, he would be issuing a written statement on the matter in the near future. Now, following the report on the tyre factory in Horana telecast on primetime news